Hey everyone, sorry I'm going live a little bit early. I don't know if like one of my neighbors is trying to tap into my Mevo, but just before I came live it says, sorry, you can't log into your Mevo because somebody else is already in there. So that's kind of odd. First time for that. So just making sure that everything works before we go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and make sure that my account is up so that I can find you. So today we're actually going to be working on waiting for it to let me in. There, let me in. We're going to be working on a new design for I'm doing a rustic bunny. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, so I am attempting to log in to all the things. We're supposed to have rain, I think, tomorrow and Saturday, but then it's like 4 days of snow. So we're waiting to see. Hi, Joan. Welcome. So that could be throwing things off because, I don't know, it's been cloudy all day. It said it was going to be sunny, but it didn't. It is actually very, very cold outside. So I am already on, and it is now our live time. So let me cover all the things. If you want to save a copy of this video and do a quick copy paste, just click the share button down below. If you were on YouTube, you are catching this as a replay. It is not a YouTube live. So if you want to come join a live, go over to Cats Creations Wreath on Facebook, and then you can watch us live there. Watch me live. I'm always like us. There's no us, it's just me. What else? If you want to make sure you're notified when I go live, I'm seeing that there's some changes Facebook's making. Sometimes the like button is there. Sometimes the like button is hidden. Sometimes the follow button is there and the like button is hidden. So if you can make sure that you are liking and following the page, whatever blue button is next to, whatever button is next to the blue button to the left, you'll either say follow or like. If you can just do me that honor and just click that button, that really helps me out more than you would know. So, also, private group is still open, and we have added an additional, I don't know what you call it, a group. For people who didn't want to get overwhelmed with all the things and they just really wanted to work on one design. And then it kind of like, it evolved into, people said that that was what they wanted, but then they weren't showing up. And so what I did is I just took the Wreath of the Month group and integrated it with the private group. So if you just want to do one design a month, then you would just watch that. You would go over to the Wreath of the Month group within the private group and watch that tutorial, which we're going to be doing today at 4 o'clock. It's the first time we're doing a grapevine for the group, and it's basically like a virtual class. Everybody gets the materials list ahead of time. Everybody can shop all the things and have all their supplies handy. They don't even have to go with my recommendations. They may not like pink and sage, and they might want to go yellow and blue. Whatever they want to do, I'm going to show them the basic formula for putting together a floral grapevine. So if you'd love to join the group, head on over to the pinned comment below, KatsCreationsNMore.com. Love to have you come join us. We are relaunching the Back to Basics classes. So a lot of people are like saying, well, I feel like your group is like way advanced. Every January, we start what's called the Back to Basics. And some people have never had a basics class. And so they struggle with design. They struggle with color. And so we go back to literally the basics and set you up for success, both on the design side and the business side. So there's that. And then now you get the extra virtual class. So basically you're getting somewhere between 8 to 11 tutorials every single month. for one low price. So you can sign up monthly, you can do yearly, or you can do the lifetime, and you just pay once and you're done forever. Hi Joan. She said hi from the Northeast UK for a tentative visit with power issues. Well, we don't know how long ours is going to go here. Right? Cheryl says we've had a run here for several days. Okay, so I'm going to pivot you down. We're going to cover everything and get started. It's going to be a very rustic design for Easter/spring. It's entirely whatever you want to do. So we're using the 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame. I'm taking my cue because I posted a comment out there before saying, how many of you like chocolate? And if so, what is your favorite type of chocolate? Is it white chocolate? Is it milk chocolate? Is it dark chocolate? Do you have a favorite? And so this is going to be our blend of milk and dark chocolate with little touches of white chocolate in it. So we're doing a 14-inch Dollar Tree wreath frame. I've already done the first 5 sections. I'm going to wire the last section together with you so that you can see how to put this all together. So we're going to take our pipe cleaner. We're going to go right in the center of this welt. It doesn't have to be perfect, just somewhere right inside, and you're going to wire together 2 of the rings, not 1, 2. And then we're going to move to the outside 2. The reason why we put 2 together is for stability purposes. This way you don't have to put glue on it. You don't have to worry about your pipe cleaners sliding around, which they'll have a tendency of doing anyway, depending upon how tight you tied them or how tight you didn't tie them. So we're going to use this one as our center, and then just try to find a place in between that weld and where you put the center one. And we're going to go and wire together the outside 2. And then we're going to take my favorite, dark chocolate, and we're going to wire together the outside 2. This creates a grand total of 6 on the inside 2, 12 to the outside 2, grand total of 18. So, you guys want to see the inspiration point for this? I got this sign last year. It's still available. This is our inspiration point. So we are doing a chocolate bunny. Now, I've done a chocolate bunny wreath like way back when I very first started. It wasn't really a chocolate bunny, so to speak. It was like, it was all the colors of chocolate on a very dark brown base. But if we were to put him on a dark brown base, we'd lose him. But the nice thing about him is you can elevate him. You could do him all in pastels to where he'll really stand out. I thought we would take him rustic, because there are a lot of people who like that farmhouse design. So we're going to take our natural and white snowdrift mesh. Snowdrift is where you have that cotton fiber that goes all the way down the length of your Deco mesh. You don't have like little balls on the mesh. We're going to do the ruffle technique, which is going against the curl. We're going to follow this line right up the center, gathering in about 1/2-inch increments, just till you bring it towards you. You have to cut this one with the rotary cutter because it has those natural fibers. It has that jute burlap, and it also has the cotton in it. So those don't like to burn with the wood burning tool. You can see I'm giving it a couple extra twists. I'm actually going to be removing this. So we're going to remove what's left, and then we're going to tuck that little tail right to the inside. So we're going to do all 6 of the inside. And so this is going to be a very mellow, very muted color palette, because you can put this anywhere. It is not specific to Easter. You could do this for the spring. You could leave this up all year. We have bunnies on the farm all year round. So, but they're not chocolate bunnies. These are the actual bunnies. So it's gonna look like we are doing a pancake method, but we are not. So you've had a run of rain, Cheryl? Oh, that's good. Joan says, oh my God, my daughter literally lives on the next street, is having electric issues, and they had to come to my house for showers before bed. You are so much fun. Well, that's good. At least you're close by, just in case the power does not come back on. I know how that is. And you got to get those showers in. That's why we got to do it first thing in the morning or just before we go to bed. I don't know what we'll have as far as power. It just depends. They said it's supposed to get cold. I'm like not even looking forward to next week because the highs for the day are like in the 30s. And then nighttime highs are like low 20s, high teens. And the snow icon. So I told my chickens today, you ladies better enjoy it. You better get out and run around while you can, because the snow's coming. I think the deer understand that theory, because they've been here, since early this morning, coming in different waves, different groups, to get their little snacks. Whether they're munching on our plants, our trees, a lot of them just bed down on the property. Oh, you had highs in the 30s last week? Yeah, that is a little bit cold. So I might be moving all of my stuff inside and setting up in my office for that. Hi, Deborah. Welcome. Okay, so like I said, it looks like we're doing pancake, but I promise you, we are not. I just was like, I had so many options. I had like a peach and a cream and a sage, and I was like, oh, we could do a peach, like peach and sagey green. And then I was like, I don't want to do colored. I want to kind of keep him as natural as possible. So, and I have another one. So we might end up doing one pastel and one a little bit more rustic. So now we've added those 6. I've removed all the pipe cleaners. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to readjust these outside or the inside pieces, because now those 2 outside pieces are going to go right over the top of that. And we're going to do that all the way around 12 times. This one's not going to have much as far as the way of embellishments go. We are going to rustic it up. Is that even a word? We're going to make it look very country-esque. So I'm always making sure that I take my ends and I fold them so that those don't snag on the other pieces. We're going to prep that in an up or down motion so that when we get ready to come in and lay in all of our tails and embellishments, that's where it's going to be. So these pieces are cut to 20 inches. You will only need 1 roll of Deco mesh. So if you only have 1 color of a specialty color, you're in luck, because this method only requires 1 roll. So again, folding those ends over, prepping that section. Sometimes you get those little ends that just pop up, so I address them when I see them. We're going to pull our next set of 2 out so that we can lay those right in the next section. Deborah says, hi, Kat and everyone. if this is your first time joining, come on in and say hi. Love to welcome you. Believe it or not, a lot of crafting connections are made during Facebook Lives. You sometimes get in touch with a fellow wreath maker or crafter and they live in your area. Or you share the same thoughts, and then they just become your lifelong friend from a distance. So this is this design for this week. We're going rustic bunny. Because I always try to do like a traditional look for every holiday, a rustic look, like a rustic country look. And sometimes we forget those. Like we're in such a hurry just to make all the things pastel that we forget you have country farmhouse clients who like things a little bit more on the rustic side. So I'm trying to get this one right here to kind of map over. And then we're going to go here and grab the next set so that we can come in and plop these down. Okay. And that one just kind of came undone. Like it slid out from underneath my heavy scissors. So as you can see, I'm taking the finished edges. Finished edges are going towards the center and towards the outside bottom. The reason why I do that is because when we rotary cut, that's where it's going to likely fray, these areas here, because they have a raw cut edge. So we are prepping that and putting them in a place where the customer's not likely to do that. You know, make it fray even more by putting them to the outside. So as you see, I'm taking finished edges and those are going right to the inside and the outside. And I'm just giving them like 2 twists. Whoop. There we go. Back to the outside. Tuck those in because I need access points for all of them. Grab the next set of 2. So there's one here. And there's one here. And get that going. Looking out my window, the sun's out, which is odd. It's like, sun, where have you been all day? I like purposely kept all the curtains closed because you weren't out, and when I open them, it just kind of lets the cold air in. Okay, again, right there. Let's prep for the next. So we have, I think, 2 more sections to do, and then we'll be done with our base. So that's my goal this year, is every holiday create one country and one traditional look so that you're meeting all of your clients' expectations, because you have some clients who just like everything rustic, everything country, everything farmhouse. Okay, laying that inside. And I think the bow is going to be really super cute on him. So I like the fact that there is no Easter sign in it. This could go for spring. That's true, Cheryl. Says Americana might work for each holiday. And I think a lot of the sign manufacturers now are starting to lean into that. Like, just depending upon... That's the way I would be as a sign manufacturer. I'd be making sure it's like, do I have something for my country customers? Do I have something for customers who like things on the cute side? I'm not a cute person. That's just not my thing. I think I've done a couple designs like that, but that's not like what goes in my house. Sometimes it's a little bit more rustic, a little bit more natural, not into trendy. These are the last two. But I really need to use some of my supplies that I've had for 2025, 7 years, and get them into a design. Because I know no one's going to be able to do them, because those embellishments or those ribbons were from 3 years ago. So I like having that for clients, that nobody can replicate your design. That's why they choose to go with us instead of big box stores. See, you're not into whimsy for yourself. I think everybody has their own look. Like, I guess ours right now would be like a blend of mountain cabin meets farmhouse. A farmhouse in the middle of the mountains, I guess. Oh, okay. Deborah says, gotta run. I'll see you at 7 Eastern. Thank you for my stars, my friend. We'll see you then. Okay, so there is that. So now we're going to come in and we're going to add our ribbon tails. And again, we're keeping it very generic. So, we are taking solid browns, because our rabbit is that chocolate bunny color. So I'm taking 1.5 inch ribbon that is cut to 19-inch pieces to make our half bows. This one's going to be paired with a plaid. So it's got a little bit of the two tan and chocolate colors in it. The tan is from Craft Outlet, and this one is also from Craft Outlet. And then we're going to take this fancy lace ribbon with the beige, with the white polka dots, the Swiss dot. Again, 19-inch pieces, and we're just putting that in with a solid chocolate canvas ribbon. And this is from Crinkle Designs, cut to 14 inches. So the chocolate with the tan are going to go where the tan is. So we fold them in half to find the center. We go straight up the middle. And just one twist. Just kind of fan that out. And then we've got the nice fancy schmancy ribbon. We're going to bring the dovetailed ends together. We're going to go up about 2 inches from the top and pinch in. And then we're going to put that right inside our pipe cleaner. Twist, twist, twist. Cut off the excess. Take the little tail. Drive that around back. Open your loop. Right side, the wrong side of your ribbon. So just kind of twist it over. And then just refluff those out. Just like so. So we're getting a little bit of white chocolate with our milk chocolate. And then for these, we are taking our canvas plaid. Oops. Again, finding the middle, right up the center. We're placing these where every single one of the dark brown pipe cleaners are. Again, fan that out. And then we're going to take our 1.5 inch ends together, go up about 2 inches. We are going to twist, 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 but we're not removing them because we're going to come back and add an embellishment here. Okay, and then just the same thing. Pull those back out. You can readjust whatever you want to see primarily on top if they have a slight overlap. I'm going to pull from the bottom since I kind of started a little off. And go straight up, right to the center. One twist. Dovetailed edges together. Go up about 2 inches. Lay that right in the center. Twist, twist, twist. Snip the end off. Whoop. There we go. Take it around back. Open the loop. Right side your tail. And then again, plop them over the top. However you want it to look. Oh, Joan, no worries. She said, I'm sorry I missed your Easter tutorial the other day. As a pensioner, it's hard to stay awake most days after 10 p.m. UK time. No worries. I totally get that. My husband came home last night, totally dead tired. He's like, oh, I think I'm going to fall asleep in the middle of church. I'm like, watch it on a replay on your way into the office tomorrow. Take the extra time and get some sleep. Remember, we're not removing the pipe cleaners on the chocolate ribbon locations, but I will take the overlap here. And we'll just bend that back around. Sometimes we get a little bit of an overlap. Right up the center. Sometimes I have to just look at which way is my ribbon naturally wanting to curl. Because sometimes with this dual-sided ribbon, it can be hard to see which end is up. So sometimes it's just let it curl naturally and then go in and make sure you fold it that way. We're removing this one. Tuck that in. Yeah, I have a tight time schedule today. I've got another live directly after this one, so that should be fun. And that's in the private group. Hi, Arvina. See, sometimes it just like right now it's telling me, hey, I want to curl that way. So I'm like, okay, you can curl that way. We'll let you curl that way. That we don't have to fight it so hard. Now this one goes this way because I can see the wire through the stitching. Because I have my ribbons flipped upside down. Okay, open. And like I said, sometimes we don't have to go all out. How's my bruising? Well, I am amazed that I don't have any noticeable bruises on my ribs. I do have one on my hip and on both of my knees, but I am using this amazing salve that Miss Cheryl makes. She made me one a while back for inflammation. And so I've been using that where it's been sore and painful. And then I've been using her other salve where I've had bruising. So I'm waiting to see if it's going to like knock down my bruising pretty quick. I don't know why I thought the Wreath of the Month was scheduled for the 31st. You know, it might have. What does it show on the site? Usually I stick them on Thursdays, the last Thursday of the month. What does the page say? You keep freezing. It might be on my side too. Like I said, I had issues before I went live where it was just being really temperamental, telling me I had already logged in. I'm like, there's nobody here unless the dare are using our Wi-Fi. Nobody can use it. Now that's going to make me question that. Cheryl, pop out. Right? Urbina says, Cheryl, is there nothing you can't do? She was so amazing. Because she was telling me she makes all this stuff naturally, and I'm like, that's the direction you need to go, dear. That needs to be your niche, because everyone is all into all that natural stuff now. So jump on that. And so that's what she's been doing. She's still making wreaths, but I think your salves are still doing. You see a post that says January 31st spring. What is the schedule show? What does the banner say? Because I posted yesterday, I created an event for everybody and said, we're going to do it Thursday. But that would be like me. To just not realize that. Oh, but it says private group. When you go to the Wreath of the Month page, does it show a calendar like on the banner? It might be outdated, in which case I have to update it. I think I might have done that too before I saw that the weather was going to go ugly. And I was like, might want to jump on that and do that ahead of time. We're almost done with our ribbon tails and half bows. Remember, we're leaving. I've been so good. I was like waiting to see if there would come a time where I would inadvertently cut off the chocolate ones, but I haven't done that. So I've been super proud that I haven't cut it off by mistake. Right? She says I'm going to start calling Cheryl Wonder Woman. It all started off with magnesium butter, and now I can't go to sleep without it. So she makes a bomb.com magnesium butter that really helps you. You rub it on your feet at night, and then you can go to sleep really good. And then her, what is it, candula? It's like calendula salve. Man, that was a lifesaver for my husband, because he developed this really bad gash in his ear. And so I was reading, that's what you can use it for, is bug bites and bruising and wound care. And man, we put that stuff on, because he's on blood thinners. 3 days, you couldn't even tell that he had cut himself. No scarring, no nothing. But the post I said January 31st spring. February 28th, beach. March 28th, summer. Now I'm going to have to look those over. Aren't you the apron lady too? I don't think so. I think Debbie was the apron lady. Okay, last one. Going in. Cheryl says, believe me, I'm no Wonder Woman. Just listen to the Bible study and you hear all my thoughts. Oh my Lord. It was so funny. Steve was like, I was trying to join your Bible study group last night. And I said, you can't join that group. It is strictly for women who, it's for privacy. I said, I know, you have the best intentions, but no for you. Okay, there is our outline. So we're going to go ahead and do the bow. We're using the Bowdabra. So here is the big. This is the 2.5 inch. We also have the plaid. And then we also have... Wow, okay. That one. Bringing over the other two. Here's our chocolate. I want to keep this one maybe on the end. I don't know. But I have this one. I'm gonna have to kick my heater off. And then we're gonna come in with this one. I think those are my colors. Yeah, let's do that. So we're using the bow recipe formula, using our Bowdabra. We're going to start with this one. I'm just going to line these up right in front of me so that I don't lose track. So this one, again, is from Crinkles. I love buying solids in 50 to 100 yard spools. So we're going to cut from the folded side down to the wired point. That's how we get that really nice dovetail or V, ducktail, fishtail, what else do they call it? Ducktail, fishtail, dovetail, ducktail. We're counting in 10 inches. So we're going to gather. We're going to twist and plop that right in the center. Then we're going to go up and over, twist. Place that inside, and we're going for 5.5 inch tails, which means I'm going to take my Bowdabra and line this up on the 10 inch line. Stretching that out. There we go. Going up and over. And as I'm stretching this out, I'm making sure that it ends right at 5.5 inches. Not going over. And then we're cutting this right there. We're going to dovetail the end. Shell says, yes, they were. I purchased one from her too. Yep, they were cute. I bought the faith-based one that she had. It's all black and white, and it has all things faith on it. Okay, so this one, same thing. I'm going to have to get different scissors because these are, like, it's a really soft... Where did I put my scissors? Right in front of you, Cat. It's a super soft... Not even really a canvas. It just likes to slide around with my sharper scissors, which is weird. So this one's going to be 9.5 inches. Gather, place in the center, and we're going to go up and over. And this time we're only going for 5 inch loops. Stretching it out. Oh, you guys were both, was it me and you going for the cow, or was it you and Arvina going for the cow? The cow apron. So I just love that you guys are multi-talented, that you just don't stop at the one, that you're doing other things. I just need to keep doing the other things too. Oh, me. Yeah, but I think you got the cow, because I didn't get the cow. I took the other one she offered. Okay. So 5-inch loops, 9.5-inch tails. We're going to take the chocolate with the polka dots. We're going to put a dovetail end on this one. And we're going to go 9 inches in, gather, twist, and now we're going to go for 4.5-inch loops. Up and over. There's that. Up and over. It's so funny though that you said that I had 31st written down. I wonder how many people are going to show up tomorrow and be like, where were you? And I'll be like, I messed up. But I put the event, I created an event for today, and I put it for today at 4 Pacific time. Don't know how many people watched that though. Okay. Now we're going to take our solid and we're going to go 8.5 inches for the tail, and we're also doing 4.5 inches for the loop. This is from Craft Outlet, because you can get the 50-yard spools at Craft Outlet too. So I always recommend, if you can, purchase all of your solids in 50-yard spools, and this way you'll always have them on hand. Okay, so I'm going to make sure this one, 4.5. Have you heard of the micro bakery that you run out of your home? No, I have not. But that would be another thing for you. Miss baking bread and all the things. And jams and jars and cans and all the stuff. I swear I'm going to light my butt on fire this year and get up to, let me think, that's 10, 9.5, 9, this is 8.5. I'm going to get my garden going, and we're getting back to the canning thing, because I didn't can it all last year. Did you look into how to become a micro bakery? Thinking about selling your breads from home? I think you just have to get a food handler's permit. Okay, this one is going to be 8 inches with the 4.5-inch tail. So we're going up and over. And then I'm just going to verify that I am like 4 inches and not 4.5. And then go up and over. I told the our local bakery that just opened, I said, hey, have you ever thought about doing classes? Because now they're starting to sell starter dough. And she said that with every starter dough you purchase, she will teach you how to feed it and get it to grow and all the things. And I was like, what about offering a class to teach people how to bake the bread, to go through the whole process? And I said, I'm sure people would not only buy the starter dough, but they would also pay, because they have, like, their coffee shop is huge, and they're renting out their space for local businesses to do conferences or whatever. And I said, do a class. I said, you could charge, I don't know, if you want to factor that in to the cost of your starter dough, you could definitely do that. I said, because I think there'd be a lot of people. Me, for one, I would sign up and go. So we're doing 7.5-inch tails, and on this one, we're doing 3.5-inch loops. I'm trying to make sure it's not going too far. Yes, I can freeze dry my starter and sell it online as well. Well, there you go. Just another thing. But it can't fall under CJ, what is it, CJL Decor anymore. It could initially, but I would launch that under something different. All your canning, all your salves. Okay, so I am going to use a dark brown pipe cleaner, even though I know it sounds weird. Maybe I should use beige. Oop. Let's use beige. Because it's not really a beige. It's not the same color tan that's here. So we're going to pick this up. We're going to drop that inside. We're going to hold and twist, twist, twist. Freeze dry or dehydrate. I think it's dehydrate. But can you dehydrate starter dough? Okay. Let's flip that. Oops. Let's fluff the bow. Because this one's going to be a upper left bow. So 24 by 24 inch by 1 inch thick fluff board. I'm going to hook this onto my C-hook that's in the center. I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to take my loop and make it go to the left and the tail go to the right. We have a top and a bottom stack. So this is the top from the pipe cleaner up. So the bottom is going to go in opposite directions. So we're going to make our tail go to the left and the loop to the right. Now we're going to go over here, and we're going to take our loop and have it go to the right, and the tail go to the left. Go find that on the other side and go opposite. So there's our tail, and here's our loop. So they're directly up across from each other, and we're staggering tails from the loops as we bring them up and down. So now we're going loop to the left, tail to the right. We're following that chocolate brown. So over here, our tail's going to go to the left, and the loop is going to go to the left, to the right. From here, I don't want to go this on top of that. Let's change it up. Let's put the chocolate on that, which is how it's supposed to go. Okay, then this follows. Loop to the right, tail to the left, loop to the left, tail to the right. I think I got it mixed. This is going to follow our polka dots. So just follow your polka dot pattern. Go over to the other side and go opposite, so that they're directly opposed. And then here we're going to follow that chocolate all the way through. And then bring that over. Here's all of our tails. Here's all the loops in the center. We're going to start by lifting the top two on the top. And now we're doing the top two on the bottom. Just breathing some life into those. And then depending upon what you want where, I like my polka dot to kind of go in between. So I am going to just take the next two, bring the polka dot up underneath these. Just move them around however you want them to go. And then the bottom ones, we have the plaid. And now I've got the solid, which is kind of nice because it worked out really good that way. So here's my solid, and here is my plaid. And then just stagger your ribbons in whatever pattern you want. Just give them some love, lift. And then for our tails, we are just going to drag that ribbon between your index finger and your middle finger and just kind of guide that with your thumb. Just like this, all the way down. Okay. Just like so. Same thing here. Okay. It looks a little different to see it, you know, kind of up and over, but then just design it however you would like. So there is our chocolate ribbon. We're going to take that off and we're going to go ahead and prep the bunny so that he is ready to go. Okay, so we are going to get our label scraper and we are going to see about removing that label. There we go. Just kind of lift that up. There we go. And they taped the end, which is kind of interesting, just to kind of keep that in place. So we have a hanger there, but I'm still going to punch a hole in the bottom. So there is a hole here. We're going to punch a hole in the bottom of his feet with our 1.5 millimeter beadsmith metal hole punch. Just like so. And I'm going to use a brown pipe cleaner just so we can keep that on our bunny. We're going to flip that over. Pull that up so it's even. We're going to go ahead and twist that right over the hole on the back side. And we're going to also do it the same right here. Okay. And we'll add our business card to the back. Okay. So business card right to the back. Just right there. Okay. Dropped out for a while. We'll catch up later. No worries. Why? Joan, why are you so disappointed? You're here. All we did is talk while we put things in place. So here's where our bunny's going to go. It's going to go right in the center. So he's going to kind of go a little bit more to the right. So I'm just going to wire him in with my pipe cleaners. Okay. So I'm going to bring him down. Going to scooch him down. And we're going to bring him over here. There we go. And we're going to bring him over here. Make sure we get our pipe cleaner secured on either side. Okay. I'm going to pull him down just slightly. And this is where we're going to go ahead and place our bunny. So I want to make sure that our Deco mesh is where it needs to be. And we're still trying to get it around his little cotton tail. There we go. Okay. I'm going to place our bow here, so we're going to pull these forward because that's where our bow is going to go. Right over the rabbit, just kind of right in here. As soon as I find the other leg of my bow, I'm gonna kind of fill the space in the center if I can. So let's see what we can do. Okay, one pipe cleaner through, second pipe cleaner through. I'm gonna press all the way in. Okay, and now we are going to lay everything in the proper place for a rabbit. It's so funny how we fluff the bow, but then we end up having to refluff it all later. There we go. All of the things, Mr. Rabbit. There we go. Okay. So let's spin him around. Let's take a gander at what's happening. I need to refluff this. I hate creases. So what's happening is this ruffle right here is pushing all of my tails up. So I'm going to go underneath it and just redirect it so that my bow now can cascade right over the rabbit, his little bunny butt. Just like so. Just like so. Here's our chocolate bunny. Okay, now we're going to just embellish it ever so slightly with, I have, believe it or not, chocolate raffia. Just like this. And we're going to do it with natural raffia as well, which you can get at Hobby Lobby. I like this one because it's a little bit more chocolate. This feels like a little bit more red. So those places where we left our pipe cleaners, I'm just removing some raffia. And if your raffia is ever a little too thick, just run them back through your fingers and just, you know, splice them. Because sometimes they just need some love. And then I'm going to take some of this chocolate, and we're going to add that to the mix. Ooh, that was a long piece. Let's split this one. There's that. And we're going to split that. And we will add that to the mix. I need to make sure this goes all the way down to the end. Let's take another piece, because I want it to look very chocolatey. Okay, right there. So we're going to start with, it's probably about a 5-inch tail, and then I'm just going to wrap the raffia back and forth, holding it in my hand until I run out.